So if you've never seen one of these before, what we usually do is 3 games total, not like a best of 3. We just do 3 games. And at the end of it all, Twitch chat get to vote on who they think won. What are the player names? We've got Ganer against Faith here. Ganer against Faith, Freestyle 1v1. At the end of these 3 games, Twitch chat can vote for the winner. Nah, I don't need to put a score on the screen because the actual scoreline of who wins the games doesn't matter. I'll let you guys decide if you think like a 1 goal from one guy is better than 3 from another. We'll explain it as we go, but Gainer, aka Coach, is going to start us off here with his very unique and at this point quite well known camera settings. It's not a bad flip reset shot. I think he actually scored this one with a reset, just in case it hit the bar so he could dodge into it another time. There it is. Yeah, he had another reset available. Faith had no chance there. He's called Faith on YouTube with a little smiley face, so there you go. Go check him out if you want to see more of these freestyles. Let's see what you can do. Hey Thomas, thanks for the 50 months, man. How you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. Not the best start for Faith. He goes off target with the backflip, and there was no coming back. He didn't have a reset to work with. Gainer, of course, has the experience playing on stream many times, and he is certainly putting that to good use. Is that going in? It is! And that's going to be tough to come back from in game 1. Faith already in an absolute world of trouble. Multiple resets for Gainer. Flicks it into the top corner, and it bounces in off the bar. Yeah, Coach is Gainer. This is Gainer. I mean, if you've seen him play before, you'd recognize the camera settings immediately, and you certainly recognize the gameplay as well. Faith looking for the rebound, doesn't put it on target, looking nervous early on, and Gainer is completely merciless. He's not giving any chances to Faith to settle into this one. Every single attack, he is going all out. Lots of bubbles being used to keep this ball afloat right now. Of course, this is something Gainer is also quite well known for, besides scoring multiple flip reset goals. Air dribbling is his thing, and that was almost extraordinary. You're calling it right now, Gainer wins. Well, I would be surprised if anybody would think Gainer isn't winning at the moment. Hey, we'll see. There's still 2 more games to come after this one, and there's still 3 minutes and 20 odd seconds in game 1 for Faith to try and wow everybody in the chat, get some points to his name. It's important as well that he does save anything that he can, just to keep people thinking more about what he's doing in offense, less about what Gainer's doing, because Gainer's already got a big advantage here. Bounce back into the air. Not a lot of height on it though for Faith. He has to wait for a second bounce, in fact, and that is not going to be salvageable in the air double department. Just didn't get the height that he was looking for on that one. Wanted to get more elevation on his car's bounce. God's Dumpster Baby, thanks for the 10-month prime. Welcome back, man. Really appreciate it. But after a loud and confident beginning from Gainer, it has quietened down a little bit. He's given a chance perhaps for Faith to make a comeback. At this point, I would actually love to see Faith just try some easier shots and, you know, just put a couple goals in, help his confidence out, and also, you know, just have something for people to think about, because if he doesn't score at all, then he can't have any votes at all. Gainer's already scored 2 fantastic goals, and it's looking like a third is coming in. Oh, he puts it into the bar though. I'm surprised to see that one not go on target, honestly. It's something I've seen him score before. Couple resets, backflip, flick rebounds. Faith just can't get his bounces right. That's the second time that he's tried to knock his car off the ground and back into an air dribble. That's the second time that he's failed. Gainer, meanwhile, weaving together resets in the middle of an air dribble with ease. And he's up 3-0, and they've all been fantastic goals. Who won Kinsey versus Sharif? Yeah, it's 3-0 Kinsey again. Who can stop him? I mean, who do you guys think would beat Kinsu right now in North America? If anybody. I guess, who do you think would have the best chance to beat him? Well, that's a nice shot. Oh, that's unfortunate for Faith there. Bit of deception. Ultimately ineffective. First killer. First. Forky, Lethamer again. Dapper. Gainer says his car broke down. Alright, here comes Faith again. He's tried to front flip into a reset, did not land on the ball as he intended. And this is the problem that he's facing now, is he probably already knows there's no coming back in this game. This one is definitely going to be a fan vote to Gainer, unless he can pull something absolutely unbelievable out of the bag. So he's got to ask himself, well, do I just want to put in one goal, just any goal, just to see what I can do? Or does he go for that absolute wonder goal, you know, goal of the year material? And it looks like he's going for the latter. He doesn't want to settle for a goal that he's not happy with. Now that's actually that is really impressive. Okay, how to save a failed air dribble. Front flip off the ground. His car was completely decked there, but he had a dodge, and he managed to front flip while cancelling the flip into an air dribble, which he obviously then got another reset from to flick the ball past Gainer. Very, very high level stuff there from Faith. And it's honestly, I think, the two ways that people are saving failed air dribbles from these days. One of them is bouncing your car back into the air. The other one is landing upside down with a dodge, cancelling your flip as you dodge forward to get your car moving upwards again. There's two. But wow. Just as we were talking about the strats that Faith could go for, he shows us exactly what he had in mind. So it's, you know, he's all in on that one goal. I'll save the replay. We'll check it out later so you guys can get a refresher on what these guys have done. So at the very end of this 3-game set, I'll show all the goals one more time each, and then you can vote on who you think the winner is.
Brian, freestyle time. Unicorn.
Does he really just say the same word every time? I thought he was going to say different words. Wait, is unicorn always the word that replaces who? Is it actually? Because I didn't know that. I thought it was always different words. Very nice here early on by Gainer. Little 360 in the rebound approach. But of course the impressive part is what came before it. It's all about the setup for Gainer. That's where he scores his points. That's where he wows the fans. Where are these camera distances? Just some freestyler camera settings, you know. No big deal. Faith this game starts off with something a bit more simple. Certainly far from easy. Bullet of a flick though. He sent that one straight forward into this area the goalie Gainer was positioned in. But it didn't matter. There's still no way that he could save it. There tends to be like two different types of freestyler from what I've seen. One of them is like the very high camera like Gainer, and then there's other ones that have super low cameras. Just whichever works best, but most people play this kind of camera. Oh, okay, hold on a second. No way. I really want to see another attempt at that shot from Gainer. That's insane. Just a mid-air dribble, bounce the ball off the ground and then pick it back up again. That would be crazy if he could pull that off. I wonder if he'll try it a second time here. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, because he wasn't far off. He really wasn't far off getting it right. He's got to get a bit more towards the opposition goal. By the way, he is currently bouncing the ball into the ceiling. There it is. Going to collect the ball again after it bounces once on the floor. Straight into an air dribble recovery. He's barely moving, but he is still moving. Oh, but he couldn't get on the right side of the post. So close. Faith was just watching and waiting for the shot to come in. A lot of respect between these two. They're not trying to disrupt each other's shots early. They're waiting until the final touch is made. Wonder if Faith will try that as well. Shot that we just saw from Gainer. He's put in a second boomer of a flick from close range. Just look at that power. You just really don't have any time to react to it. 2-1. Faith has really made this a closer series than I think people would have been expecting after the first 3 goals from Gainer in game 1. Gainer launches it into the air to start off another air dribble. Might try and rebound this in off the corner. That is exactly what he's tried to do. One of the most difficult reads in the game. I don't think I've ever seen anybody score one of those actually. Even a sidewall rebound. Something we've never seen on stream, but I've seen it in Freestyle or montage. I've seen it in... I think I saw Muri do it on his stream several times. I still want to see that shot from Gainer though, the one where he spikes it into the ground. That would be unreal. Oh, that's definitely going to do for the time being though. How to land on the ball multiple times in different directions. No big deal. Forwards, backwards, not a problem. He's just managed to flick that one out of a landing immediately. And you know, if we're going for goal of the day, we've already got several to pick from. Relay 89, thanks for the 3-month prime, man. I really appreciate it. A nice Enham 887 as well for the 13 months, and Fuzzy for the prime brand new. Welcome. Really can't thank you guys enough for every time I go live recently, so many people come by to sub, even though it's like rare to have a Johnny Boy stream these days because I'm permanently sick with something. I really do appreciate it a lot. Now here we are going to see a sidewall rebound attempt from Gainer. It's not easy to hit those, and he has failed. I would love to see one of those work out on stream. I would love to see it. So difficult to execute, but if you can just clip that ball on its way by, the power you get on it is crazy. Absolutely crazy power. Zerson's TV, thanks to the prime sub as well, man. Welcome to the stream. Okay, Gainer's going to try that bounce up in the air again. He's not got the correct position for it. And I think that I would call that the end of a shot because he did land. Gainer agrees as he gives away the ball. Faith already has a reset here. Going to turtle into the air dribble with that ball because obviously if he puts his wheels on the ground, the reset is gone. Kind of a pre-flip mid-air there. It's a glancing blow the ball on target, but he missed it. Nixium. Cheers for the Twitch Prime. This is like keepy ups to a whole other level here from Gainer. It's not, I would say it's as close to basketball as Rocket League's ever going to get. You know, you're just air dribbling around and then at random intervals you bounce the ball into the floor and then catch it again. Actual basketball in Rocket League. Swampit, thanks for gifting a sub to Cordovi. Welcome back, Cordovi, for your 4-month resub. How you doing, man? Really tough choice so far. I mean, it sounds like something I should say as a commentator of this game. Oh wow, look at the team play. What a pass from Kinsey. Or no, Kinsey's our Faith. I'm thinking of the series we saw earlier. Oh, shame that didn't go in. It would have been a beautiful team play. But it's in some ways not a shame because now we're guaranteed to see another goal, which would be nice. Faith just trying to keep this one up here. Doesn't want to let it die before 0. This does make it a lot more difficult. Not a bad start here from Gainer, at least in terms of style points. It wasn't the best start effectively, but I would love to see that half flip into air dribble. Rare sight, even in a freestyler game. Couple of resets here for Faith. Looks like he might have been missing the last one, and Gainer's not going to let that one go in. Now, where's he going with this one? Gainer yet to score with one of those sidewall rebounds out of a backflip flick. He's also yet to score with his sort of basketball dribbling approach, bouncing the ball on the ground as he flies alongside it. But you know, while I'm expecting to see 2 of those shots from Gainer, I really don't know what to expect to see from Faith, except more of these air dribble recoveries. He likes to air dribble, kind of let the air dribble fail, but then save it, salvage it at the last second, it would seem. This is something he's tried to do more than any other shot, I would say. Let's see what Gainer's got in store. He's right up his ceiling height now. There's the keepy uppie. He's going to bounce it back onto his car. That's maybe his best one yet. And if I was him, I would try and put that on target. That is exactly what he's thinking. And what a crazy approach that is. He went for the old faithful flip reset into the top shelf. Doesn't miss a lot of those, does he? But it was that middle of the field control that I think might win over some of the votes here. One more game, by the way. This isn't a best of 3, it's a set of 3. Does a ground pinch count as a freestyle? I would definitely, put anything involving a pinch into the freestyling category at times. But, just because something is likely to be seen in freestyling does not mean that it's only a freestyling move. For example, flip resets, you get them in competitive ones all the time. Whereas they started off being a freestyling thing. Pinch shots, you see those in competitive ones all the time. Definitely see them a lot in freestyling matches also. That's really impressive to start off game 3 from Faith. It looked awkward because he had to do those kind of recovery dodges where he's not stalling entirely. He's having to dodge into the ball from a 90-degree angle. He landed them all perfectly and he's already up by 1. Yeah, the breakout does seem to be the clipping car.
Hey Johnny,
It says he's
face.
by cam setting. Okay, hold on a second. Has he got a button to change to different settings? This is something I remember Cuxer told me about in the past. He'd found a way in the Rocket League game files to press a button and it changed his camera settings to different ones mid-game. So he could be in the middle of a dribble, push a button and his camera settings would change. I was like, Cux, you don't need this, man. You just don't need it. But of course, Mr. Placebo himself disagreed. I would be interested to see a Rocket League where you can have 2 different camera settings and you toggle a button and it goes to camera settings number 2. Could be pretty useful. That should be a standard feature. Yeah, it could be useful, I'm not gonna lie. You don't need it. But imagine you could have camera settings that just raises your camera up so you can see over the ball. You push a button and then suddenly you're, instead of dribbling staring at a ball, you're looking over the top of it. I don't think that's what Faith was talking about right now. It just reminded me of that feature Cuck suggested to me years ago. I think what he means is he's just changed his settings for the breakout. Yeah, but it's not a ball cam on off thing. Yeah, it would be a button just like ball cam on off is, except for insane people. Exactly. Yeah. Because you'd likely see people trying to dribble right behind the ball and then use settings that allow them to see over the top of it, sort of Lethammer-esque, where you can see what's happening behind the ball, whereas other players can't. And then you could have other settings that are like this, super close to the car and precise. Really bad for vision, but maybe good for reads and stuff. Speaking of reads, Gainer struggling with that one. It is the shot that I want to see the most, I would say. Out of the entire repertoire that we've seen today, I would love to see me a rebound from a mid-air flick off a sidewall or a corner wall, because we've never seen one of those in stream before. And earlier on I said I would love to see Gainer scored off one of those kind of bounce dribbles where he's air bounce dribbling. Never thought I'd say that in a sentence unironically, but yeah, he's air bounce dribbling. Now, that's where we're at. Gainer gives away the ball because he already messed up his own attempt. Faith with the sole goal in game 3. He's actually put up a real fight here today. Dodges back into the air. Flip reset not going to help him from there though. Yeah, he tried to dribble it into the post and smash it in with a pinch. Yeah. Yeah, the only player I've ever seen score one of those mid-air flicks into the sidewall, then like redirects, is Muri. Gainer's trying one, but it's so hard to get the setup. He doesn't get the ball even into the sidewall this time. Barbus, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Holy Tears, cheers for the 18-month tier 1. Jabogli with the 17-month tier 1 as well. Appreciate you guys. Both players messing up your setups here. Pressure's on. I know all of you neutral fans want to see Gainer score so we can at least have 0 second time. Maybe some OT. He is trying that same shot again. Oh, he's close to it this time. But not quite high enough. That was going to be, I think, very difficult to get on target. It's his epic teleport moment. May have been a bit of lag there for Gainer. Looks like Faith might actually just have this different method for multiple flip resets compared to Gainer. When he's approaching, he doesn't like to land or start straight onto the ball. Oh, good luck catching that one. It's already on target, funnily enough, but Gainer doesn't want the ball to go straight on target. He wants it to come back to him so he can get that redirect. Now here comes Faith. Tried for the rebound, actually gets it on target, almost. Even from way wide of the goal, he was close. Listen to that crowd get excited here. That's why I love me some Manfield night. If Gainer can't score here, we will be done with this series. He tried to flick it in and it's not been reacted to by Faith. But I wonder if he's let that one go in just so he can score a better goal in overtime. I think he has. I think Faith wanted that to be a goal. I think he wanted a tie game so that he could have another shot. He wants to show us what he can do one more time. Let's see if that pays off. It could be the biggest mistake, because I think a lot of people would have had him winning this. A lot of people probably would have had Gainer winning this. It's hard to say. It's very hard to say where the votes are going to go right now. We'll go back and take a look at all the goals once this is done. Gainer already showing us one of his most complicated multiple flip reset setups that we've seen all day. It doesn't amount to much. Faith with another chance to steal the show. Delicate flip reset to get things started, but his air dribble is in a precarious position and it hasn't paid off so far. Neither has his strategy of letting Gainer tie things up. Here he comes again. Gainer wants that rebound. He can't get the ball close enough to his car though. He hasn't made contact with the ball after it bounces off the sidewall yet. And that must be really frustrating for him, because I know, based on what I'm seeing, he is capable of doing that. He's capable of hitting that shot. Is Faith capable of finding the goal? Does he even remember where the goal is? You bet he does. And at a perfect time, he stops the air dribble to start the rebound. Fantastic awareness by Faith. Ridiculously good positioning mid-air. And now we've got a very difficult decision to make. But before you cast your votes on who you think the winner is today, let us go back and watch all the goals one more time. Time Walk's 950. Thanks for the 8-month prime. Really appreciate it, man. First goal of game number 3 was Faith. Here it is again. One of those 90-degree turn resets into a top shelf shot. Very impressive stuff. Then we had, of course, I think a goal that most people are going to negate. Gainer sort of handed this one, because it was 0 seconds and Faith wanted to score again, so he kind of let that one go in. And you know, I think Faith, looking back on that decision, will be glad that he made it, because he did pull it out of the bag at the end here. Just another one of those air dribbles that you think is over. You think, okay, that's got to be dead from here, but no. Faith brings it back into the air and then manages to rebound it in from point blank range. Of course, when you got to that range, you never had any doubt, did you? But let's take a look at the game 2, game 1 shots before we're done here. First one, the game number 2, did go to Gainer. Air dribble starting on the right side wall. A little bit of nose to nose with the ceiling. And it was that little helicopter rebound as well. Something for
Hey Johnny,
you guys to
with
feast your eyes on.
Vitality, which team would you like to see him move to?
I don't know actually. I mean, honestly, I would just like to see Scrub playing for a team that he can also play in the Olympics with. So there's your second goal of game 2 for Faith. Well, second goal of game 2. It was Faith who scored it. And if you need to see it again, well, goal number 3 is not too different. Goal number 2 for him. Just another rocket of a flick at the near post bottom corner. Gainer starting in the same wall as he got his first goal of this game from, but this one didn't involve a rebound. It's a flip reset landed in reverse, continued with a backflip shot, very nicely done. And this is the goal that won the game in OT for Gainer again. Hope you're remembering all this. You're going to have to cast your votes in a couple of seconds. I did love this goal from Gainer. Look at that. It's just like he's air bounce dribbling. That's the only way I can call this. And of course, the top shelf flip reset from close range. Chef T831. Thank you for the 3-month prime. Really appreciate it, man. Let's get into game number 1 here. Watch all these 4 goals back one more time. Gainer started off with everything going his way in game 1. You would have probably liked another reset on that first shot, but hey, top corner makes up for it ever so slightly. Gainer does like starting off his dribbles on the right hand side wall, doesn't he? But that's what he was wanting in the first goal. He wanted that extra flick into the ball. Didn't want to score it with the reset. He wanted to score it with the flick after the reset. He got it on the second try. Top corner, bar down and in. And then again, right hand side wall. Multiple resets. Bit of roof hugging, but no last contact from Gainer. And I'd say that the second goal he scored was his best one in this game. And then Faith gave us something to think about at the end here. Look at this recovery. It's a flip cancel air dribble. And then he's really got a lot of power on this. We have to take a look at this from Gainer's perspective, because this must have been wild. Just pops it into the bottom corner just when you think it's all over. You think he's done? Nope. Just say it salvages the air dribble with a little scoop up into the air. And then he also flips it bottom corner after the fact. I'm going to open up a straw poll here, guys. And I'll bring it up on screen. Pretty simple question, really. Who won? Gainer or Faith? I think this is one of the harder ones to choose out of all the straw polls that we've done in the past. Right, let me just link it in chat. Go ahead and vote right now if you want to influence the outcome. Gainer was off to a hot start on this poll, but the gap has decreased. Frank UK, thanks for the 36-month tier 1.
Merry 3-year, Dad.
Merry 3-year to you. Yeah, it looks like despite Faith keeping this poll close, Gainer's got the lead, and he's not planning on giving up on it. Well played, Gainer, taking just under 60% or around about 60% of the votes. Very well played, both players, though. Really, really tough one to choose from. I think it's impressive that Gainer can still get so many fan votes. After all the insane stuff that he's shown us in the past, to keep coming back with new twists on what he specializes in. But props to Faith. He took the challenge. He stepped up and faced one of the best in the business, and really made him work for the win. Volatile Biscuit, thanks to the 36-month prime. Another 36-monther, my days. That is a long time. You're far too kind, man. I'm gonna, like I said earlier, be ending the stream after this, so because I don't want to tax my voice too much while I'm still recovering from this cold.